Welcome to Open Hand Farm. Today I decided to bring you along on what I do in a day. Now, every day is different, but this is a good example of some of the things I do in a day. And if you like this, let me know and I'll do more of them because each day is definitely different. So I always start my day though making my bed. I'm kind of old school that way and it doesn't take long. And I also need to confess to you that I have a Christmas tree in my room still. It went from Christmas to a winter tree because I just love having lights at night in my room. And then it turned into a spring and then a summer, and it's definitely going to be a fall tree. And then it's time for Christmas again, so why bother at this point, right? You can judge me about that in the comments. I'll get over it. I had someone on the Nextdoor app order some bread from me. Normally I sell sourdough bread, but he was wondering if I just made yeast bread. So today I'm going to make some loaves of yeast bread. And I have to tell you that I have decided it's a lot harder than making sourdough. And I know in your mind, you're probably thinking the opposite. But with my recipe, it's much harder to make the yeast bread because it takes so many times to handle the bread. So if you want to know how I do sourdough that doesn't take much time, be sure and check out my video. I'll leave a link to it in the comments. I got to get this started. It's an oatmeal bread and the oats need to get soft. So let's get it going. Okay, we're going to let that sit, and it's supposed to sit at least an hour, but mine will probably sit a little bit longer because actually today I get to go have coffee with a friend. It's really important that you schedule time for yourself to have some time with friends and be able to get away a little bit, especially when your days are very busy. So even though it's not an impromptu, hey, you want to come over for a cup of coffee? This friend and I, her name is Chris, and we schedule our coffee so that we don't miss out. Because until then, though, I have a dishwasher that needs to be unloaded. I also have my morning routine of lentils that I prepare for the chickens. I transfer our eggs into this little container, and when it is full, we go ahead and wash them if we haven't used them yet. I have to show you, we have some teenage chickens and some of them have started laying. Look at this egg. It's so tiny. We've gotten 2 of those now. One of the teenagers is an Easter egger, so I'm really anxious to see what its eggs will look like. And just so you know, we have gotten some tomatoes. I have this one a friend brought, but these are all from my garden, not the avocado and the kiwi. I was just trying to ripen them up. I want to make some salve that is a drawing salve, but in order to make it, I have to have some plantain oil. So I picked some plantain leaves the other day and let them dry so that I can get some oil going. I don't need a lot of this oil, so I didn't worry about filling my jar with it. I'm just going to make about a half a jar. So now I'll just cover it with olive oil, and I have my crock pot heating up, and what I'll do is put it in the water, keep my crock pot on low. I want to make sure it's all covered. Okay, and I went ahead and started heating the water. I think I'm going to need more water though. Let me fill that up. And I will let it cook on low for about 8 hours. And then I will strain it out and have some plantain oil so I can make my salve. Okay, you guys, I'm at my friend Chris's house. Isn't this adorable? Oh, Chris, you got coffee for me. She knows me. She knows I need my coffee. So we try to meet together, and we actually schedule our coffees because our lives are so busy. So if you have a friend that you want to have coffee with, schedule your coffee. It's necessary. You guys should see her pretty yard outside. It's so gorgeous and it's so peaceful. I love it. She has this beautiful peaceful section over here, and then she has a chicken pen and a garden on the other end. So she's living a double life, but it's glorious. Okay, time to drink some coffee. Hi, I made it back from Chris's house, although I was there a little bit longer than I planned on being, but we had such a good conversation. I went ahead and took a cup of warm water and put my yeast in it to go ahead and get bubbly and get active. So we have that ready to go. So now we're just going to add everything else we need and finish up this bread. I had a smaller bowl that this was in, but you guys know that I decided to make a double batch. So now I needed a bigger bowl to put this all in. So there it is. Now this has to rise for about an hour, hour and a half, until it's double the size that it is now. So we'll be back to this project later. One of the things on my list to do today is to do some meal planning, or meal prepping actually. I already planned what I wanted to cook. So I want to make some meals that I can put in containers and put in the fridge and just pull out and microwave whenever we're ready to eat. So today I'm going to do 2 different kinds of chicken on the grill. So I'm going to marinate these and then I will cook them later. Okay, to go along with the chicken, I'm going to do some sweet potatoes, and they will go in the oven. but I'm gonna double the sweet potatoes because I want them with both meals. I will do some vegetables to go along with it, some green vegetables. So I'm gonna go ahead and start cutting up some onions and sweet potatoes and get them in the oven. Now we're going to add the seasonings to the potatoes and put them in the oven. Got to get them done before I need to bake my bread. So as a green side to these potatoes and chicken, I'm going to do a mixture of grilled broccoli and zucchini. I have frozen broccoli, so I'm going to thaw it out, slice up the zucchini, mix it together, put some garlic in it, and grill it when I grill the chicken. Okay, the bread is definitely ready. I'm just going to dump it out on my countertop here. It will deflate it, but that's okay. And I'm going to get it ready to put in 4 loaf pans. Now it needs to rise until double again. Well, the potatoes got done and they look great. And now it's time to go grill the chicken and the vegetables. Okay, while we wait for the broccoli and zucchini to finish cooking on the grill, I'm going to go ahead and chop up the chicken and divide it. So Olivia stopped by for coffee. Trust me, that's not an uncommon thing. She's kind of my daughter when it comes to drinking coffee. We do it a lot. Time to bake the bread. The bread is in the oven. 2 of the loaves are done. The 2 braided ones needed a little bit more time. So I was going to explain to you what my next activity is. It's kind of dark here, but can you see the lights around the window? I had made this as a garland for my Christmas tree one year. And after Christmas, I hated not seeing all the lights. So I put them around my windows. The problem now is that this string of lights is going out. Can you see the difference from there to there? How pale those lights are. So what I need to do is take this down, and I want to reuse the fabric that is on this light strand. And actually the same thing is happening around that window. And I need to untie all of the fabric from around the light cord. Then I'll get some new lights and retie them. I know that sounds like a bit much, but I like them. I can't help it. And I want them to be there, and I don't want to have to sit and tear more fabric. So I'm just going to do it. If I don't get them all untied before Thursday, I might just run them down the middle of my table, and my ladies at my coffee group can sit and untie some of the fabric. So let's get them down. Okay, we have one more project before dinner. As you can see, we have elderberries that are ready. Our tree unfortunately goes over the neighbor's fence, so it's going to be a little tricky to get them, but we'll figure it out. Several on this side too, and don't worry, the neighbor said we can take them, no problem. Thanks so much for following along with me today. I'm just gonna sit here and pull all these little berries off of here and put them in a container and put them in the fridge for now. And then when we get more, I'll do something else with them. If you like this kind of video, give it a thumbs up or leave a message for me in the comments telling me that you liked it. Thanks again for coming along, and until next time, blessings on you and yours.